After enduring 4 weeks of camp, travel to 5 different cities, and 3 friendly matches, the U.S. men's national team finally arrives at Raymond James Stadium 90 minutes before its first World Cup qualifying game against Antigua and Barbuda. But with torrential rain outside, the U.S. squad continues to ready itself in the locker room, with the warm-up delayed by the weather. The lightning storm passes, and the 2 squads take the field in Tampa. The USA gets the perfect start with an early goal. Captain Carlos Bocanegra loses his shoe, but finds the net.
I didn't realize that when I watched it back that was the play I had tied my shoe on. I didn't even think much about that because we'd had quite a few corners right around that time. They were holding a lot on the corner kicks and free kicks and stuff, so I just was trying to break free, and I saw space at the back post. And then I saw the ball coming in. I didn't know who jumped up and headed it, but I just tried to follow the plan, and luckily the goalie parried it right to me, and I was able to be in the right place at the right time and finish it.
An Antigua defender brings down Landon Donovan in the box, giving the U.S. the chance to add to their lead from the penalty spot. Clint Dempsey makes no mistake and doubles the U.S. advantage. But in the second half, the U.S. struggles to add to its lead. Antigua converts a rare chance to make the score 2-1.
You give credit to Antigua because they were committed to defending and being organized and making it hard. And I think we're all honest enough to look at ourselves and know that it wasn't what it needed to be on our end. But we'll take our 3 points gladly and use it to motivate ourselves even more for a huge game on Tuesday.
The turn of events galvanizes the U.S., and the team goes on to secure a victory and 3 points with a 3rd goal from Herculez Gomez.
I think we're still trying to gel as a team, figure out formations and personnel and whatnot, and I think we just really need to focus on ourselves. We can control more of the tempo, we can dictate more of the pace, and when you don't, you give life to your opponent. So I think once we start learning that we have to kill these teams off when we have those chances, we're going to make it easy on ourselves. It's just a matter of time until it all starts clicking and running, and we'll be well on our way.
After a victory in their opening game, the U.S. turns its attention to the next match and a trip to Guatemala. The team boards a charter flight to Guatemala City for an easy 2-hour trip from Tampa. While the flight is mundane, the arrival is anything but. Immediately after landing, the team travels directly to the hotel. The committed U.S. squad will leave behind the outside world during the entire 48 hours ahead. Despite the country around them, the players focus only on the Guatemala they'll see in the starting 11 Tuesday night.
We're pretty confined to the hotel, and I think guys might get a little bit stir crazy, which is actually good. Then we're ready for the game. We'll have a few meetings on Guatemala and, tactically, and just talk about their team, how we want to play against them.
As you can see, I put 5-3-2 or 4-4-2. They've done both, but the problem is that the two starting center backs have been suspended. So they only have one genuine center back, which is this guy. Their weaknesses, they're predictable, and you'll see. They get the ball and they serve it. Once in a while they'll keep it, but for the most part it's direct. And usually they look for Luis, who will either hold it, or will push you, or will try to draw foul. They'll be diving, they'll be complaining, they'll be wasting time. Right from the beginning, they start wasting time.
Sometimes it can get really frustrating, so you have to keep your composure, and that's one of the biggest parts about CONCACAF is just all the little antics that go on, when you come down here, whether it's, their crowd and players intimidating the refs and, trip you away from the ball, and unfortunately that's what happens, and you just kind of got to deal with it and not lose your head.
There's enough guys here who have been through this, who know what to expect, who know what they need to do, and now it's just fine-tuning a few things and making sure that the mentality is right, and we're ready to go for Tuesday night.
Even in its calm, the stadium hints at the intensity of the forthcoming match. In his first training session back from injury, defender Fabian Johnson hopes to re-establish his part to play on the field.
I will try. We will see if it works. I don't know.
Johnson's right calf strain is not the only injury concern on the back line for Jurgen Klinsmann. Jose Torres and Edgar Castillo will also be game-time decisions. Steve Cherundolo knows the USA can handle the possibility of a defensive realignment.
Well, there's nothing we can do about injuries. Guys get injured all the time, and that's part of being a good team and being deep as a squad. And I think we've done a good job so far of accommodating for those injuries. And it's really up to the coaching staff to find the best mix, and it's up to us players to perform.
I just try to play normal, like I wasn't injured. So you have to test everything, like sprints and stuff. So it was pretty good. I think I can play tomorrow.
The players in the starting lineup will face a hostile atmosphere when they take the field. The ferocity will be unknown to some, but others will draw on past experiences in a bid to leave Guatemala with a positive result.
They're going to come out flying. They lost their first game, so they're under a little bit of pressure already.
It's going to be really tough on us. The fans are going to make it difficult. Hostile environment. A lot of things going against us, so we really need to pull together and take our chances and be really strong defensively.
At times it's not going to be so pretty, but just know how to get through those points in the game and then still be confident enough in our own abilities when there's chances to play, when there's chances to make passes, when there's chances to go forward. Because if we do that, then I think we've shown that we have the players and we have the team to win these kind of games.